We're in the process of building our homestead here in the Smoky Mountains of North Carolina, and we'll be doing nearly all the work ourselves with no prior building experience, which means it's gonna take us a long time.
Whoa, that was powerful.
So for the past few weeks, we've been doing a huge amount of excavation, not just for the future home site, but also for a second area where we can live in our 26-foot travel trailer as we build the house. Dad's gonna go work. Can you babysit? This week, we're wrapping up that excavation project, but more importantly, we're giving up the comforts of living in a house and are officially moving our family into the trailer. How's it going, buddy?
Had a little bit of a panic attack.
For now, we'll be staying at Turkey Creek Campground in Almond, North Carolina, but with 2 adults, 2 kids, and a dog in such a tiny space, it's gonna be a huge adjustment. We're excited, but we're nervous because honestly, what if we're making a huge mistake?
So I had a little bit of a meltdown.
This has been just a particularly tough time, and a huge thanks to Incogni for sponsoring this episode. We are packing because we are moving out of this amazing house. It's been so good to us, but we are getting ready to move on to our 26-foot travel trailer. But of course, Isabella is not doing good today.
She's got a runny nose, so I think she's just like a little sick or something. That's a good fart. Good job. That was a good fart.
Such a sweet moment. So I'm actually heading out tomorrow to drive down to Florida to get our trailer because it's been down there for the last couple months, and I'm gonna drive it back up. So right now I'm gonna hop in the truck and do my first run. We are doing too much moving, dude. This is what, the 3rd or 4th time we've like moved everything we own in the last year. I feel like I should talk about why we're moving on to the trailer. The last 3 months we've been living in the rental. That's been really nice, but it was kind of a luxurious thing for us to do. And we only really did it because Scarlett was so young. I think she was 3 months old when we moved into that rental. That's just too young and too difficult of a stage. But now that she's 6 months old, it's time for us to start saving more money. And honestly, I feel like the ability to adapt and live in small, slightly uncomfortable circumstances is kind of like our superpower. The reason we were able to sail the world is because we were able to live on a very old, very small sailboat on which nothing worked, right? And it was our ability to make that sacrifice that made all of the cool experiences that we had from there on out possible. And so I kind of feel that way about moving on to this trailer. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a lot. But if we can put up with it, I think we will be able to build a life here that will be well worth all of the sacrifice. So that's the plan. At least we will see how it goes. For all I know, we're just gonna quit. It's gonna suck too bad. So are you sad to say goodbye to this place?
I am devastated because I really like this little house. But it'll be really nice to just kind of move onto the trailer and start building a stable foundation.
Yeah,
you know?
like a permanent situation. Yeah. Oh boy. All right, so this is everything that we've been storing at my parents' house here in Florida, and we are bringing it all up to North Carolina. So it is 6 a.m. and I am ready to rock, try to beat some of the Tampa traffic, try to get up into Atlanta before the traffic really gets terrible there. Hopefully make this a 12-hour day or less.
Okay, we are back at the trailer. I'm gonna do sleep training with Scarlett tonight, first night. And Isabella hasn't been here for a while, so we'll see if she remembers it. Isabella, we're at the trailer. Remember we lived on it? Here, come on out, I'll show you. Pretty cool, huh? You used to be the size of that rug. Now you're bigger. Do you remember your unicorn? Good. Now Isabella's gonna sleep here and Scarlett will sleep right next to you in the crib. This is the trailer. Yeah, this is gonna be your life for the next year or two. Pretty cool, huh?
All right, so the guys have made a ton of progress on the excavation of the trailer area. What's interesting that I never realized about excavation is a lot of times you have to go backwards to go forwards. And so they actually had a lot of this cleared out a lot better like a week ago. But to be able to get up high enough to like really bring that ridge down more, they had to build up this little like ramp and like platform or staging area. So anyway, long story short, this is all fill dirt that's ready to rock and roll, and we are loading up this truck right now because we've basically run out of places to put fill on the property. Now, there's a lot of land on this property where we could just throw fill. But the problem is that eventually that fill, after rain, would just like wash down into the road down below, into our neighbor's property. Like fill that's just kind of thrown around doesn't actually stay there for long. And so we've run out of places to like really compact the dirt well so that it stays put and doesn't go anywhere. Luckily, Cody is just a freaking man, and he's actually got a couple of other construction buddies working on other projects in the area, including our neighbor's property, and they said that they would take all the dirt that we can give them. And so we're trucking it from here to like 100 yards that way. They agreed to split the cost of the trucking, but it is interesting how much more of a hassle it is to load the dirt into a truck, to have the truck take it, to have the truck dump it, and then come back and then load more. It definitely is a lot more work, a lot more time. So the more time I spend out here, the more I fall in love with this property. I love the peace and privacy, offline at least. Online, it can be just as messy. A while back, I looked myself up on people search sites just to see what came up, and it was nuts. They had my full name, my past addresses, my relatives, even my cell number, all laid out for anyone to see. And obviously that's creepy, but it's also dangerous. These sites make it easy for scammers and stalkers and fraudsters of all kinds to get your information and target you. There are over 230 data brokers collecting and selling your information behind the scenes. That's why I use Incogni, the sponsor of today's episode. Incogni contacts those data brokers and people search sites for you and demands that they delete your personal information. And they keep following up until they actually do it. They'll even handle sites that aren't on their automated list. All you have to do is point out the site and they'll take care of it for you. It's private, automated, and honestly just a no-brainer. So take back your personal data with Incogni. Click the link in the description and use code Atticus to get 60% off an annual plan. It'll protect you and it'll help support our channel. Okay, so the guys are just about done here. The excavation part of this project is almost completely finished. One of the last things that we got to figure out is what we are going to do with this big AF tree. That is a giant pine, which here the pines are just too much of a liability. Like they fall down in storms too frequently. And so that pine is the only one that's like super problematic because it's huge and it's right next to where we want to build structures. And so the question is going to be, where do we want that pine to go down? Because wherever it's going to go, it's going to cause a huge amount of destruction. You guys hanging out talking about trees?
Camera, this tree probably seems tiny. And next to us, giant men.
Yeah.
Well, with this tiny tree, we're hoping that it makes tiny destruction right down there towards the other tiny tree. The little one that's beat up right here.
Yeah, just to the left of that?
Yeah.
Cool, so with any luck, we hit that slot between that tree and the tree next to it.
Yeah. We were gonna go this way, and we're kind of worried that this thing's gonna get hung up in some of these other branches. It may go right down through it, but if it gets hung up, it ain't gonna be fun. We can get it down, but it's just gonna destroy pretty much everything that it's hung up in.
Okay, here we go. This big tree is going down. You know, guys, I'm having second thoughts.
You're good.
Dude, you hit the slot!
It was right of the slot.
Holy But yeah, I can't believe that. You just threaded the needle.
Somebody told me there's no problems, there's only solutions.
There you go. Was that Dakota?
That was me.
end of an era, dude. We're coming to a close on the excavation side, which it's been a journey, dude. And honestly, I'm going to miss having Cody and Dakota around every day. They're such awesome dudes. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to chopping away at this wood.
And hopefully I can finish in time because it looks like we got some thunderstorms on the way.
Oh, okay, well, I'm piling my wood over here, and I had the guys assemble all the boulders that they found so that we could use them around the property, but they're blocking my way to the wood. And I don't know how to operate the excavator, and the guys are gone for the day, so I think I'm gonna use the skid steer, see if I can't roll these boulders out of here. So much firewood, man. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've barely touched this. This is gonna take me days. Oh, come on, Jordan. Let's go. Especially since the rain's coming. I wanna get as much of this under the tarp as I can.
Oh, it's bright. I know it's bright. Come here. You did a good job. Sleep training day 1 went relatively well. Scarlett woke up about 3 times throughout the night and took anywhere from 35 minutes to almost 2 hours to fall back asleep. And then she woke up around 6 a.m. and now she's a happy, fully fed baby. Ooh, oh man, it's cozy right now. I love the mountains, man. Check this out. Trees everywhere.
Okay. Wow, this is a lot of wood, dude. So I'm in kind of a weird situation with all of our projects. I'm like smack dab in the middle of multiple things. On the one hand, I really want to finish the shed. Like I just want to freaking paint the siding, paint the soffits, get it all on and done. But every day I come up against something else. So my big goal right now is to be able to move the trailer onto the property. Now, obviously the excavation had to happen and get completely finished before that could happen. And we're just about done with excavation, but not quite, not completely. We got like 1 more day of it. And one of the big things that we need to do is do final grade on the land that's beneath all of this wood. And so I need to actually process this and get it stowed so that Dakota can come through here and like clean this up. We've got a couple other things that need to happen. We need to get power here before we can move onto the property. And that is gonna actually be a little bit trickier than I thought. We need to build like a power distribution panel that we're gonna connect from the power on the road, but we need to build that thing first before we can be put on the list for Duke to run some underground power to that pole. So it's just so funny, right? It's like, I wanna be doing that thing, I ought to be doing that thing, but I have to do this thing. Oh, wow, it's not even that hot. There's just 0 wind, and this is sweaty work, dude. Well, it looks like we might have rain on the way. We'll see how long this lasts for. Okay, so it has finally stopped raining. That really is the main thing about living in the Smoky Mountains in Western North Carolina, is it rains a ton. Anyway, time to cut some wood. Freaking rain again, man. All right, well, with all this rain, I better switch gears, get the skid steer, and start actually moving what I've cut. Otherwise, it's just gonna get soaking freaking wet. There's still so much wood left. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take me forever. Oh, okay. I am done for the day, dude. I'm freaking beat. Okay, but I think I can definitely finish that tomorrow. Woo, okay. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
How's it going, buddy?
A lot better today than it was yesterday. Had a little bit of a panic attack. Living on the trailer in such a small space will not work unless Scarlett is sleep trained. And sleep trained really means I can put her in the crib and she can fall asleep on her own. And I wanted them to both sleep in that space together. The problem is that Scarlett still cries a little bit to go to sleep, which is fine.
God, did she cry?
Yeah, she cries. What
Yeah.
does she sound like when she cries?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what does Isabella say when she cries?
It's okay.
It's
Isabella
right.
was really sweet.
She was really sweet. So anyways, I was in the dark room with two babies, one crying at the top of the lungs, the other one trying to console the other one. And I was like, what am I going to do? Yeah, so I had a little bit of a meltdown. Jordan came and saved the day, took Isabella away. I finished sleep training Scarlett. And then I just spent 4 hours thinking and problem solving. And I came up with some solutions. So I'm going to try those today.
You're already a million times better today. Yesterday, you were a complete terror.
I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
you were like a demon woman.
Me, never.
I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy.
Thank you.
Isabel, this is mom and dad's moment.
Yeah.
Wow, it is beautiful up here on the ridge today. The mist has just been dissipating out of the mountains. It's so pretty, dude. So I am going to finish this freaking pile of wood. It is a whole lot smaller than it was yesterday. I need to hurry because Cody is on his way today to finish the excavation project. So he's gonna double check the grade, do any small tweaks that they wanna do, and then start getting this equipment out of here. And for them to do a final grade, I need to have all of this wood out of here because they haven't graded this section at all. Mr. Dakota in the house. Are you here to make sure I haven't cut any limbs off with the chainsaw?
Yeah.
How does the grade look now that it's rained a little bit?
It looks good. There's one little low spot right there you can kind of see, and two right there, little bitty puddles, but
Yeah, over here.
for everything, I think that's definitely a win.
I see you brought your site foreman over here.
Oh yeah, boss man.
Whoa, nice one. Okay, buddy, here's what we need. We need all this wood stacked up over there. You see those stacks? All right, go to town, my man. Yeah, lift with the legs. Nice.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Well, thanks for coming to help. I appreciate it. Can I get a high five?
Had to get his approval.
Yeah.
Had approval for the site.
Yeah, that's right. How does it look to you?
Good.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yep, no problem.
Appreciate all the work, dude.
Thanks for
You guys
using
did
us.
great, man. This is everything I had hoped that we would accomplish. So thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate it. And you guys have been a lot of fun to hang out with, too.
That's the important thing.
Yeah. Well, look at that, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 freaking stacks of firewood. That is a lot of firewood. Wow. We are gonna be nice and toasty this winter, dude. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to build a storage, some kind of firewood shed or something, but I've got a lot of other priorities that come before that. So for now, I'm just gonna tarp this and leave it like that. Okay, so that's it. That is basically all the excavation. I just can't believe that I'm on this end of the excavation part. Look at this, dude. This is amazing. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago when we started digging, we really didn't know how this was gonna go. And it really did go about as well as I think it possibly could have. So I'm pumped to have a bunch of flat land here in the mountains where it's such a rare commodity. I'm pumped to have a yard where the girls can play and grow up. And yeah, this is sweet, dude. All right, bud, how's the trailer life treating you?
I thought, moving from a big house to a trailer would kind of be a bummer, but I really like it.
Yeah.
I have everything I need. We're smack dab in the middle of nature, these huge trees. We are in the Turkey Creek Campground in Almond, North Carolina. It's awesome. I'm really excited to show you this spot, bud, because this is all in the shade and it's elevated, so the breeze comes through. And we got our North Carolina rocking chairs. Can you build me this deck on the property, ASAP? Then I'll be happy to move over there.
Scarlett agrees.
Yeah, do you like rocking? Yeah.
So a big thanks to Incogni for sponsoring this episode, and a huge thanks to the people who make these videos possible, our patrons. You guys mean the world to us. Thank you so much.
And you see I moved some rocks all by myself?
Yeah, you done good. You're a natural.
Are you proud of me?
I am proud of you. I'm not gonna lie.